evening, folks. Welcome back. John Pettipas. Right now, it's about 6.5 minutes before 11 o'clock in the evening on Friday night, which is the 26th day of November, 2021. I wasn't planning on making videos this evening, but I've noticed in the texts as I get back, and we got to remain optimistic. Yes, there's a lot of crap and shit going on in the world, and we're all disgusted with the biological germ ware from communist China, and mask and all these other rules and stuff. And it's very frustrating. No ums, ahs, ifs, and buts about it. But in life, we can't let circumstances get us down. Okay, we take, what's the expression they say? When the going gets tough, the tough get going. I'm going to give an example. I'm going to use my cap. Make America great again. President Trump had an alpha blow happening between his first election of 2016, November 2016, to convoluted outcome of election of 2020. But he'll be back. My hero, President Donald J. Trump's going to be back for a second term, just like Grover Cleveland did in the 1890s. So, anyway, President Trump is often in business. It's not, real estate is a cyclical business, just like oil service sector, most minerals like that, agriculture be like that. A guy in a bus toured Holmby Mountain, Saskatchewan, he said, Terry said from Tesla, Saskatchewan, went pulses. Pulses would be like soybeans, stuff like that. Could be lentils, soybeans, pulses, beans, as opposed to grains. Just a grain crop, but it's beans, pulses they call them. Anyway, he said, when you have a good price, the crop is poor. When you have a good crop, the price is poor. But one year, by God, he was very fortunate. Had a great crop, a banner bumper crop. The rain came at the right time. There was no frost in the fall or snow to frig up the harvest of it. It was good quality. And the price was good. And he bought himself a new bus for his tour business. We're very proud of him. Hello, if you're watching out in Tesla, Saskatchewan night. Howdy from John Pettipas, Nova Scotia. So anyway, back to the thing. President Trump's had times when, yes, the value of his assets, the real estate in Manhattan and Jersey, was worth less the appraised value of what the debts on the stuff was. But then New York turned around. New York turned around. Nobody has ever gotten rich betting against the United States of America. You stick with it, things keep on going. And in life, bad things clearly will happen to good people. I don't know why, but this is still earth. It's not heaven. Clearly, bad things will happen to good people. And I've often known very bad things happen to very good people. Conversely, if one might be cynical, I've seen some very bad people occasionally have very good things happen for them. But anyway, they'll have their fun there and they'll be going elsewhere. I'm not God, but they'll have their fun there and they'll be elsewhere. So I don't know why it happens, but that's the way. Wonderful priest. I'm looking at a lady's funeral card, wake house card, and the priest did a wonderful, fantastic job at this distinguished lady, remarkable lady at Catholic Church on West Bay Road about 3 years ago now. And he said, one must never associate a difficult life with an unhappy life. In other words, he said, an easy life with a happy life. That's how he put it. One must never associate an easy life with a happy life, because this lady had many challenges in her life and family, and yet she went through them all. And so that's the thing. Okay, to take and this expression, it's a nursery stock catalog or a bits and pieces booklet to get. A tree that doesn't have harsh winds blow on it doesn't grow up strong. We need all this stuff about this burnout and distress and stress and all this stuff. I don't believe in stress. People say, what is Pettipas talking about? I can sincerely stand here and say, I don't believe in stress. I've seen many cases where people are stressed. If something happens and you keep and you let it bug you, okay, I'm not saying it to be cruel or cold, but I've seen people go through life with incredible challenges. I'm not going to get into names. I think of one lady that I worked with, had pleasure of working with for 23 years, and she had an awful lot of hard stuff happen in her life. Lost her father early, lost her husband early, had challenges in her own immediate family, she's still dealing with, and her mother had dementia. But not true that lady. I can think of Aunt Hattie in Boston, who I phoned up her oldest grandchild. Actually, oldest grandchild's older than me, so she got to be in her 60s. And Aunt Hattie she had 4 sons, and she buried 3 or 4 sons before she died. Her husband she got married to when she was 16, and he was 17. Died a year before what would have been their 15th anniversary. So what was she, 64 then, I would think? About 65. Okay, when she lost her husband. Never got remarried. She said she loved Uncle Peter so much. Nobody else was there. And actually, the wonderful lady I'm referring to that worked with me, that had so many challenges in life, her husband had died young, and she was sitting at a table one night in the store with Aunt Hattie, and they both can come to the same conclusion. They both were in love with wonderful men that they could never replace, and they both remained widows for 30 years after. And so anyway, I use as an example. But anyway, I see in some of the text I get, and some of the stuff, yes, there's lots of bad stuff and there's hypocrisy out there, and it's frustrating, but we can't let it get us down. We got to just, of all countries right now, what we're going through. Somebody from Calgary, a very successful gas man, co-founder of a very successful company bought out by Berlin Industries, sent me, him and his wife were in a couple of times. On a Saturday night, busy, lobster supper at the time, summertime, and they called back several days later on the way back from Cape Breton. And Josie said to me, Jim's wife said, probably last chance we'll get a good bowl of chowder before we leave Nova Scotia. So they were in twice and gave me a cap off his head on the Saturday night he was in. I still have it. And they take and her shirt off your back, gave me a cap off his head. But anyway, Jim said, sent me a block about a week and a half, 2 weeks after it came, a regular package, blister packs, and it was a rectangular piece of wood, triangularly cut, and it was a Chinese expression, and it was from Chinese, Mandarin or Cantonese, obviously, saying Mandarin, most Chinese speak Mandarin, and they take and it said, crisis equals opportunity. So that's what life's like often. Crisis equals opportunity, and with that, I gotta go. Please share the video far and wide, and remember, in almost all circumstances, there will be better days ahead. Don't let the present circumstances get one down. There's better days ahead. Mr. McLean had that expression. Mr. Lloyd G. McLean that did so much to help me out. He always say, in a tough spot, he'd say, better days ahead, John. So I'm telling all you fine viewers out there, better days ahead. With that, next time, it's John Pettipas wishing each and every one of you wonderful viewers all the best. God bless. Press the subscribe button if you're so kind to. Share the video and get a good breakfast yourself tomorrow morning. Thank you. Good night now.